Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum student. Hear me, beta your biology teacher and from IYS. First I'm giving you some instructions. Listen my instructions carefully and follow them. Okay. First you should keep your biology book with you and follow my instructions regarding pages. Second, don't raise your hand during my lecture. If you want to ask any question, you can ask me in my question answering session through chat. Third, after completion of my topic, I will show you home task slide. Okay, beta? And you have to take a screenshot of this slide and do my homework. Do my homework in your share copies with good writing and good presentation. Okay, beta? Okay, now let's start this. Let's start. My today's topic beta reproductive and excretory system of frog. We are studying chapter 2. That's why this topic is from chapter 2 and we are studying systems of frog. Okay. Today I selected these two systems of frog. Why? Because beta these two systems are very much close to each other. When I will explain you these two topics, automatically you will understand why I selected these two systems together. Okay. Now this is chapter name. Okay, now today first I am explaining you the reproductive system of frog. Okay, reproductive of system of frog. First understand what is reproduction. Reproduction, because the reproduction, the word is re means again, and production means to make something new. Okay, and reproduction. That's why reproduction is a process of production of offspring by their parents. Reproduction is the process of production of offspring. Offspring means new generation by their parents. Okay, do you remember the Reddy's concept of biogenesis? What he said? He said that life always arises from their pre-existing parents. Okay. This topic we studied in chapter 1. Remember? Means always make a link with the content. According, we are again repeating this definition. Reproduction is a process of production by their parents. Okay, beta? And reproduction is the fundamental feature of all known life. Done? Okay. Now, reproductive system of frog. But a frog is a unisexual living organism. Unisexual means in frog sexes or genders are separate. Means male frog and female frog. That's why today we are going to study male reproductive system and as well as female reproductive system. Okay, means in frog the reproductive system consists of reproductive organs and ducts. Reproductive system organs and their ducts. Mean first, see on your screen, this is male reproductive system. Observe the diagram carefully. The labels and see my cursor better. Carefully observe. These some labels I'm reading. You have to listen. The first label I'm reading, testis. Testis, testis is a singular. Testes, it's a plural. Okay. Testis. Vasa afferentia. Listen my pronunciation carefully because in the biological term, pronunciation is very much important. Okay, Vasa afferentia. Okay, done. Third one I'm reading urinogenital duct, and fourth one is cloaca. Cloaca having cloacal aperture. These four labels I'm going to explain according to this system. Okay, beta. Now, first I'm telling you about the testes. See testes, beta. Testes. Testes, they it is a pair. One is there, one is there. One pair of testes is present in male frog. Okay, and they are located near the kidney. You are seeing my cursor. This is kidney. They are located near the kidney and as well as attached with the kidney. It's very important point. Only in male frog. Not only they are present near the kidney, as well as they attach with the kidney. Okay. Now, observe the shape of the testes. They are elongated and oval in shape. Okay. And testes produce male reproductive gametes or sperm. Okay. This is the function of testes and information about testes. Now, I'm moving towards my next level is vasa efferentia. Vasa efferentia, observe the picture. These are very fine tubules. Very fine tubules They are 10 and 12 in number. They are 10 to 12 in number, and you are observing them on a kidney. What is the function of these vasa efferentia? What they do? The sperms or male reproductive gametes, those ready in the testes, they transfer and they carry from the testes from the testes to the urinogenital duct. Means they are the duct only the pass the sperms or male reproductive gametes from testis to the urinogenital duct, and as well as these vasa efferentia attach the testis to the kidneys. Okay, beta. This is the main important function of vasa efferentia. Now, after that, I'm going to discuss about the urinogenital duct. Urino. Urino word is meaning is urine. Genital means related with the reproductive. Okay, means urine and relate with the reproductive system. To me, what is the understanding of this? Urinogenital duct in frog. Actually, beta, this is ureter, but in a male frog, it is also called urinogenital duct. Why? Because this duct not only perform the function of reproduction, not only take participate into the reproduction, as well as it works for the excretory system. Okay, that's why I was telling you now these two systems are very much close to each other. Okay, beta. So means urinogenital duct means this duct not only bring the male reproductive gametes, okay, as well as it brings urine. That's why it's a common duct, or because of this duct, the reproductive system of male frog, as well as called the urinogenital system. This system is also called urinogenital system, and this is because of this duct. Okay, beta. Now the sperms, those are ready into the testes. They are passing to the vasa efferentia, and from the vasa efferentia, they are coming into the urinogenital duct, and from the urinogenital duct, they are coming into the cloaca. Cloaca, which is a part of this system, and it's having an opening. You are seeing my cursor, it's a very small opening. This is called cloacal aperture. Aperture means hole. Aperture means a hole. Okay. So means cloacal aperture is a small opening, and and it passes the male reproductive gametes or sperm from the male frog's body into the water near eggs. Remember this point, okay? Because sorry, again I will repeat this point. Okay, the sperms are coming from the testis, vasa efferentia, then urinogenital duct, and then pass from the cloacal aperture into the water near eggs. Okay, into the water. Okay, now this is a male reproductive system, or as well it is called urinogenital system of frog. Okay, now I'm moving. This is the slide I'm showing you. If you want to take a screenshot, you can take. Okay, now this is the information about this. Now, female reproductive system. Female reproductive system, again observe the diagram. This is the diagram. Okay, beta. And again see my labels. Ovary. You are seeing the one ovary? No, in a female frog, two ovaries are present. But for your convenience to see the oviducts, which are backside of the ovary, the only one ovary is prominent, but the one more ovary is also present on the upper side of the oviducts. Okay, beta. These are ovaries. See my labels, oviducts. I'm just reading the labels. Those are related to the reproductive system. Okay, and the remaining labels I will read, but when I will explain you excretory system. Okay, these are ovaries, oviducts, and uterus. Beta, uterus, not ureter. Ureter is not involved in this system. Ureter is involved in male reproductive system, not in female. You are seeing my cursor, uterus, UTE, UTERUS, and this is URE. No, we are only uterus is involved in this system. Okay, and this is a cloaca and cloacal aperture. Okay, now first I'm telling you about the ovary. A pair of ovaries present, left and right both sides. Okay, observe the shape of the ovary. This is this is irregular in shape. This is irregular in shape. Okay, and It contains the, you are seeing the very black, many black dots in the ovary. Actually, these are the innumerable. Innumerable means beta too many for counting. Too many, too many dark round shape female reproductive gametes or eggs or ova. I'm telling you all terms which are used in your book now. They are present in the ovary. Okay, from left and right both ovaries. Okay, this is the this is the ovary, and the first more important thing, ovary is not attached with the kidney. Okay, but in male frog the test is attached with the kidneys because of same duct for passing urine and sperm. But in the female frog, ureter is not involved in this system. That's why the ovary is not attached with the kidney. Okay, this is the function of ovary, and ovary produces female reproductive gametes, eggs or ova. And from the ovary, these eggs or ova pass into the oviduct. Oviduct, you are seeing the oviduct funnel as well. It's a parts of the oviduct. Observe the oviduct. Oviduct, it's a pair of oviduct is present at both sides. Okay, beta. This is also a pair at both sides. And observe the shape. They are very much coiled in shape. They are coiled tubules. Okay, and they are just responsible to pass the to pass the female reproductive gametes from ovary towards the uterus. Uterus. You are seeing this uterus, a very prominent female reproductive organ which is not found in male frog. It is only found in female frog. Okay, beta. Done. Okay, Janam. After that, after that, the eggs from the ovary eggs are ready. They are coming into the oviduct and they are passing into the uterus. Okay, and uterus, what is the function? It is found in the female frog and it just hold the fertilized egg in it. Okay, for a time being, and according to need, it releases the fertilized eggs into the water. Again, I'm telling you, male reproductive gametes pass pass into the water. Female reproductive gametes eggs are also passing into the water. Okay, but first before passing into the water, they are coming into the cloaca. Okay, means uterus only just hold the fertilized egg. It is a function of this. After that, this is the cloaca having the cloacal aperture beta, and the cloacal aperture, it's the opening from where the female reproductive gametes or eggs are expelled out from the female body into the water. Into the water. Okay, this is the male and female reproductive system of frog. Now I'm telling you about, this is the female reproductive system beta, information about ovaries, oviducts, uterus, cloacal aperture, and now means eggs and sperms are ready and they both are into the water. Why? Why? What very important reason behind it. Why? Because the process of fertilization occurs in frog into the water, and this fertilization process is called external fertilization. What is called? It is called external fertilization. What is this? With a living organisms having two types of fertilization, internal fertilization as well as external fertilization. First, I will tell you about the internal fertilization. Suppose no, in plants, you can easily observe, and from the beginning classes, you are observing pollen grains are the male gametes, and these male gametes from pollen tubes reach to the ovary. Okay, for the fusion and for the fertilization with ovule are present into the ovary. Okay, so means pollen grains are male gametes, ovules are the female gametes, but the fusion process, fertilization process occurs into the ovary, This is called the internal fertilization. Okay, beta. But in frog, the fertilization process is external and it is a spontaneous process. It's a natural process. Male gametes are into the water, female gametes are into the water near to each other, and naturally they both of them fuse together. So, okay, beta, again I'm repeating, it's a natural phenomena. Okay, and they both fuse together. Fertilization occurs into the water, and the each sperms fuses with the each with the egg, and the new frog or tadpole we can see start developing into the water. Okay, but In which season? In breeding season. But every living organism has its own breeding season, and the rainy season it's a breeding season of a frogs. Okay, it means in this season the male and female frogs eggs their lays their female lays their eggs into the water, and the male frog pour their sperms into the water, and by the natural phenomena and through the external fertilization, the both of them fuse together, and the zygote or diploid cell form into the water, and the new frog start developing into the water in a spherical uh, covering. Okay, first the tadpole will form, which lives into the water, survive into the water. After that, the adult, the whole life cycle will start of the frog. Okay, done. This is the reproductive system of frog. Now, I'm moving toward the excretory system of frog. But from excretory system of frog, I'm starting. Okay. Now, first understand what is excretion. Excretion is a process by which waste matters, waste matters are eliminated. Eliminated means expelled out, removed from the body, from the living body. This is the excretion process. Okay, beta. This is the process of excretion. And how this waste matter produces, in our living body always the metabolism. What is metabolism? Metabolism is a chemical processes every time digestion, excretion, many processes are going on in a living body. In the result of these chemical processes, many waste matters produced in our living body. So means these waste matters should be removed from the living body. That's why we have a excretion process. Means we are discussing frog also having a process of excretion. Okay, to remove these waste matter which are producing into the frog's body, from to maintain the life. Okay, to maintain the life. Now, excretory system of frog. Excretory system of frog composed of these following organs: kidneys, ureters, urinary bladder, and cloacal aperture. And to explain this system, I don't want to need any new diagram because I will go back on my previous diagram. That's why I was told you in the beginning. This first I'm telling you this, male and female both. Again, I'm using my this diagram because these two systems are very much close to each other. Na? So means I have told you kidneys are very much prominent here in this diagram. Okay, after kidneys I have told you ureters. This is ureter, but here it is called urinogenital duct. But if I will say according to my excretory system, this is ureters. A pair of ureter is here. Okay, and urinary bladder is here, and cloaca and cloacal aperture is here. If I will show my female reproductive system, you can see all organs of excretory are very clear. Kidneys are here. Are you seeing my cursor? Ureters, a pair of ureter is present here. Okay, and urinary bladder is very much prominent. Cloaca is very much prominent. Okay, to me to explain the excretory system, I don't need the not new diagram. I can easily use this diagram because these two systems are very much close to each other. Because already I have told you in male frog, the testes are attached with the kidney because of urinogenital duct. Okay, beta. Now I'm starting my excretory system of frog. Listen carefully. I hope you are understanding what am I saying to you. Okay, beta. Now kidneys. 1 and 2, which is a pair of kidneys present into the frog. Okay, are you observing my cursor? Okay, they are two in number in frog, male or female, both frog having the same system of excreting, no differentiation. Okay, pair of kidneys present, they are elongated, reddish brown in color. Okay, and they are attached to the dorsal dorsal wall of the body cavity. What mean by this dorsal wall? Dorsal means, already we have discussed, dorsal back side of the body. Back, dorsum, the word is back of the body, living body. So means they are attached with the dorsal wall towards the back where the vertebral column is present. Okay, so means these kidneys are attached with the dorsal wall of the body cavity. Okay, and what is the function of kidney? Kidney filters out. Kidneys filter out the excretory matter from the blood and pass it, pass it out in the form of urine. What the kidney are doing? Kidneys are filtering the blood, and from the blood they are removing the excretory matter, and this excretory matter is urine. And where this urine? And this urine is going outside the body. It's the excretory matter. Okay. From the kidney, this urine is passed into the ureters. Are you seeing one and two? They are these. This is the also pair of duct is present in female as well as I'm showing you in male. It's very much prominent. Okay, this is this is the ureters. Okay, they are two in number. It's a pair of ureters present into the male and female both frogs. Okay, and the function of ureter only just pass the urine from the from the kidneys towards the urinary bladder. Okay, again I'm repeating, only just pass the urine from the kidneys to the urinary bladder. Okay, beta. But okay, this is ureter, but in the male frog it is called urinogenital duct. Okay. Okay. Now I'm moving toward the urinary bladder. Urinary bladder. Observe the picture. It's a bag-like structure. It's a very much delicate membranous structure. Okay. Okay. And the function of urinary bladder, when the urine come come from the kidneys through ureter. Okay, it comes into the urinary bladder, and it stores into the urinary bladder for a time being, and after for some time it is stored, and according to need it passes from the body from cloacal aperture. Okay. Okay, no, from this is a function of urinary bladder. After that, the last is cloacal aperture. Cloacal aperture is there. Okay, beta. Cloacal aperture, it's a opening, and it is only used to pass urine from the frog's body. Okay, again, so means these are the organs: kidneys, ureters, urinary bladder, and cloaca. Okay, now see again this diagram: kidneys, but the kidneys, ureters. Again, here I will use the word ureter, but actually it's a unilateral duct. Okay, according to this system, this is urinary bladder, and this is the cloacal aperture. These both systems are present in my both male and female reproductive organs. I hope you all of them have understood why I selected these two systems together. Okay, beta, why I selected these two systems together. Now today I am giving you review what what we learned today. Today we learned about the two systems of frogs, okay, reproductive system and excretory system. Okay, beta, reproductive system I have told you for the continuity of life, the living organism having this system, okay, production of offspring by their parents, okay, and in male frog, because frog is a unisexual living organism, that's why the sexes or gender are separate, and this system is consists of reproductive organs and their ducts. Reproductive organs in the male reproductive system are testes, okay, and the ducts are vasa efferentia and urinogenital ducts. Are you observing? Ducts, again and again I'm repeating, and the cloacal aperture, okay, and the female reproductive gametes are called sperms. Okay, done. Now the female reproductive system composed of, again, ovaries are the female reproductive organs, and the female reproductive gametes are also called eggs or ova. Okay, beta, and this is the system composed of oviducts, uterus. Again I'm telling uterus, not ureter. Ureter is not involved in this system. Uterus, okay, and cloacal aperture. Okay, after that today we discuss about this is the female reproductive system slide. If you want to take a screenshot you can take. Okay, now excretion we discuss. What is the excretory system of frog and how? What is excretion? Excretion is a process, okay, by which the metabolic waste matter are eliminated from the living body Metabolic waste means the chemical processes are going on in a living body, and in the result of this metabolism, many waste material produced in the living body, and these waste matter should be eliminated from the living body. That's why the living organism having a system, and this system is called excretion. Okay, done. And the excretory system of frog in both male and female frogs, the system is same, and the organs which are involved in this system, these are kidneys, ureters, urinary bladder, and cloacal aperture, which is present in a cloaca. Okay, kidneys. Kidneys are two in number. They are elongated, reddish brown in color. Okay, attached to the dorsal wall of the body, not attached to the kidneys. Okay, kidneys filter the excretory matter from the blood. Okay, done. Because some students join me later on, that's why again I'm repeating some important point of my lecture. Okay, beta, listen carefully. If you little bit miss my lecture. Okay, ureters, they are again a pair of ureters present. Okay, and ureter pass the urine to the urinary bladder. Okay, and in male frog, this ureter is also called genogenital duct, and because of this duct, the male reproductive system is also called urinogenital system. Okay, beta. Now, urinary bladder, it's a membranous bag-like structure, very delicate, very thin. Okay, and it the function of this only stores urine for some time. Okay, and after urinary bladder, according to need, the urine pass into the from the cloacal aperture from the body. Okay, beta. Okay, now I am showing you my home task slide, and I'm reading the question as well. Explain male and female reproductive system of frog with labeled diagram. I showed you two diagrams, male reproductive and female. You have to draw, but from your book number, from your book, page number 58. Okay, and answer you will write from your my slide, because in your book the content is only in the form of one paragraph, but I made this content according to heading wise. I will be feel happy if you will write the answer from, yeah, from my slides, na? Because for your convenient I make answer in a proper headings and proper easy wordings. Okay, it will good for your learning as well. Okay, answer from slide number 3, 4, 6, 7, 10, 8, 10, 11, and diagram from page number 58. Okay, after that, the explain excretory system of frog, I explain you. And again, this system is only in the one paragraph in your book, so please don't write from book. Both system please write from my slides. Okay, I arranged according to heading wise for your convenience. These are the slide numbers of the speech system, and efficiency system of frog having no diagram. Okay, but in the reproductive system you have to draw both diagrams. Okay, but remember, when you will draw the male reproductive system of frog, as well as you will mention the one more name, and this name is not in your book. The one more name of male reproductive system is urinogenital system of frog. Okay, beta. Okay, now again I'm showing you the diagrams. See this diagram carefully, and you have to draw these two diagrams in your copies. Make a box. This is a very proper way of the writing, and you are observing the fat body. Okay, fat bodies are left. You are seeing the fat bodies in both diagram. Fat body are for the production of the visceral organ. No, reproductive organs are also called visceral organs. Okay, beta. So means these diagram labeling should be right hand side. First alphabet should be capital. Proper box, very sharp pencil you have to use. Okay, and that's why I hope you add only one complete, only one page. You will draw the one diagram. Okay, in a proper way. Not your work should be, you are mashallah mature enough. Do your work in a proper way with proper writing in your copies. I hope you will do my work and learn nicely as well my work. Okay, inshallah ta'ala we are Inshallah ta'ala, we are meeting together tomorrow again, and my tomorrow's topic will be with us cell organelles. Okay, very important topic, and you well known about this topic. I know you have a lot of knowledge about this. We are meeting together, inshallah, with this topic. Allah Hafiz.